Hello everyone, I am Shahzadi Ansari. Welcome to Jara's Literature Classroom. In today's video, I'll be discussing on Geoffrey Chaucer. In this video, I'll be looking his biography and his famous works. Okay, let's start. Geoffrey Chaucer was a very well-known personality in the field of English literature. He was an English poet, author, and civil servant. He had been called the father of English poetry, and he was the first poet to use Middle English when the dominant literary languages in England still Anglo-Norman French and Latin. He was born in London in the early 1340s, though the precise date and location remain unknown. His father's name was John Chaucer and mother's name was Agnes Chaucer. He married to Philippa Riot, who was the sister of third wife of John of Gaunt. Now, who is John of Gaunt? The John of Gaunt is wealthy Duke of Winchester and father of Henry IV. If I talk about Chaucer's entire career, so Chaucer's entire career is divided into the age of three different kings. Number one is Edward III, second is Richard II, and third is Henry IV. Okay, and if I talk about Chaucer's career, so there are three phases in Chaucer's career. Number one is French period. The timeline of French period is 1343 to 1372. Second is Italian period, and its timeline is 1372 to 1384. And last is English period, and its time period is 1384 to 1400. If I talk about his first phase, that is French period, so there are two books, Book of Duchess and Romance of the Rose. The Book of Duchess is the earliest work of Chaucer. It is also known as the Death of Blanche. Chaucer wrote this book to commemorate the death of Duchess Blanche, wife of John of Gaunt, and it was written on the request of John of Gaunt. Okay, so this is all about Book of Duchess. And second book, The Romance of the Rose. It is a translated work of Chaucer. He translated it into Middle English. It was originally written in French language, and the original title of the poem is Le Roman de la Rose. It was written in octasyllabic couplet. If I talk about Italian period, so there are 5 to 6 books. The first one is The Parliament of Fowls. This poem has other title also, like Parliament of Brides and Assembly of Fowls. This poem is written in the form of a dream vision, and it is written in rhyme royal stanza. From this poem, the Valentine Day began to celebrate as the special day for lover. There are 700 lines in this poem, and it was written in about 1380. It was written to celebrate the marriage of Richard II with Queen of Bohemia. Okay. Second book is The House of Fame. The House of Fame was probably written between 1374 to 1385. It was written in the form of dream vision and in octasyllabic couplet. It is divided into 3 parts, and it was inspired by Dante's Divine Comedy. Now, if I talk about Troilus and Cressida, so this poem is written during 1480. This is the longest poem of Chaucer, and it is divided into 5 parts. It was written in rhyme royal. It was based on Boccaccio's Filostrato. The historical backdrop of this poem is Trojan War, means this poem is based on Trojan War, and this poem is considered as a novel in verse, and this poem is dedicated to Moral Gower. Now the fourth book, Legends of Good Women. This poem is written in dream vision during the 14th century. This poem is first significant poem in English to use the iambic pentameter, or you can say decasyllabic couplet. This poem is the third longest poem of Chaucer. Now coming to the third phase, that is English period, there is only one book, that is the Canterbury Tales. This is a very famous book of Geoffrey Chaucer. The Canterbury Tales basically is a collection of 24 stories that runs to over 17,000 lines, written in Middle English between 1387 to 1400. It is widely regarded as Chaucer's masterpiece. The tales are presented as a part of a storytelling contest by a group of pilgrims as they travel together from Tabard in London to Canterbury to visit the shrine of Thomas Becket, and there are total 29 pilgrims plus one host whose name is Harry Bailey, and plus one narrator who is Chaucer himself. So in total there are 31 pilgrims in the Canterbury Tales. So that's all about today's video. In my upcoming videos I'll be discussing each books of Chaucer in detail. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.